Today on Alvarez TV, we are looking at the 2025 Laureate models. 16 new models and a brand new shape and a brand new colour and some new purfling. So Dee and I play some, we look at some. So please join us to celebrate the expansion of Laureate Series for these 2025 models.
I got a bit of jazz in there, I think.
Not easy that for some reason.
It's a bit of a strange old key.
Strange key.
Yeah.
Just sometimes when something's very straight,
Yeah.
it's quite hard. Isn't it?
Definitely. Especially when you're a bass player.
Especially when you're a bass player.
Aye, that's my excuse.
Hello everybody.
Hello, everybody.
How are you doing? Welcome back.
Welcome back. From
Yes.
your travels. How are you?
I've been travelling a bit.
You have.
This year's been, been busy.
It's been a busy year.
Busy
It's been a
year.
great year.
It's been a good year.
We have had some, guitars, Laureate.
Well, everything was new in January,
Yes.
so that was pretty cool.
Yes.
That went down. That was a lot of work, but it went down well, I think.
I know.
In the end.
Well, it was just, I think a lot of people were very kind of blown away by Laureate.
Laureate was great.
So we've decided.
We've decided. I come back here and there's like 16 new models.
I know. Sam and I have been busy recording them. We've had Billy in, we've had Sharky in.
Yeah.
A lot of new content coming out. A lot of really beautiful
This
pieces.
sounds great with the bits I've seen.
Should we tell everybody about what's going on?
Yes, we can
What
do.
are we doing? I mean, first of all, we have to talk about Mahogany.
Loads of people have said, is Mahogany coming, or is Laureate coming out with a Mahogany? And yes, it is. It's here. It will be launched at the NAMM show. Yeah, I mean, lots of people asked for Mahogany. When we launched it, we had 6 models in rosewood. And when you do something so new and such a kind of departure for us, we had a new bridge. It wasn't the Alvarez bi-level bridge.
Mm-hmm.
All the new sort of component, hand-selected stuff. Different price point, of course. Ebony. So we did a very controlled launch, like 6 models. And thank you very much. It's worked beyond our imagination. So it's time to step into it.
Absolutely. So we have a new colour.
So this vintage burst, we call it Sunset. So
Stunning.
we have Daybreak,
Yeah.
We have Sunset now.
Yeah.
So Daybreak's like the super light thing that looks like almost like a tint.
Like a little aged almost.
Yeah, like an aged
like
tint.
a gentle aging. Yeah.
Which has been a better seller than the actual natural.
Has it?
Yeah. It's been really popular. So we come out with this. This took ages to get right.
I know.
I do drive people nuts, but that's all right.
It's your prerogative.
I think it took 12 times at least to get this colour.
Yeah.
And although we were very close, it just wasn't quite right. And I wanted something like not typical vintage sunburst, but something a little bit, obviously there are bursts of this sort of nature, but to get the nuance of it and where it kind of gets light and dark, it took a while.
Because the fade is really stunning.
The fade's very slow, and that's the difficult bit when you're painting. You got to be a really kind of experienced painter to get that right. Otherwise, you get sort of, it just doesn't look so smooth.
I gotta say that top's beautiful. The suit is silking in it.
Yeah.
It's
all
really
Laureates,
special.
all Laureates are sort of premium tops. So there's Sunset, and then there's also on the Rosewood models with Sunset, we use Herringbone purfling, which is obviously very classic. And that one is a black top.
Yes.
With rosewood
this
backs
is the
and
only
sides.
one, isn't it?
It is the only
top.
one.
Yeah. So it's a folk size LF.
OM with herringbone purfling and rosewood, natural rosewood backs and sides. So mahogany, Sunset, herringbone, and then one more thing.
One very large,
more thing.
beautiful thing.
There's this. This is my favourite shaped guitar ever. And this one is based obviously on a 12 fret triple O, slightly different. I tell you what works for me, what I love it. It's got lots of projection because the length of the body is the same as a Dreadnought, but the top bout's really small. It's got a bit of a fat bum, but that's all right.
Is it sort of GA size, or is it? It's smaller than a Dread, isn't it?
It's smaller than a Dread, but because it's deeper than an OM. There's loads of air volume going on, so you've got great projection. And it just feels like it feels different to that, but there's more kind of, ballast to it, size. But because it's a 12 fret, it's here. But because of the bridge positioning, like one of our DOIMs or a slope shoulder, this is a full scale length. This is full 25.5, 648 millimeter scale length. So you've got lots of tension, lots of air volume. We'll have to do a show between like this Apollo and an OM, really.
Without a doubt.
Or even this compared to a Dread.
I tell you what I thought about it when I heard it. I was like, this has that beautiful mid focus that you want from a guitar of that kind of shape, but it has this really surprising dominant low end that I wasn't expecting.
With sparkle as well.
Yeah.
Actually, that mahogany one sounds amazing.
Yeah, it does. Yeah. Yeah, there's an all mahogany. There's a 66.
There's an all mahogany, and there's a mahogany. In fact, there's 5 models of this triple O 12 fret. We call it an LT. So it's an LT60, an LT66, which has got a shadow burst.
Actually, I'll go
is that
grab
one
it.
there? Can you reach it?
Yeah, I can reach it.
The mic comes off B-stock. So this is all mahogany, but it has got a daybreak finish. It's just super slight, just on the top. So it just like frames it a little bit, and there's not a lot of colour on there, but it just sort of lifts it. In the triple O's, there's a 66, a 60, rosewood. So there's a couple of rosewoods and 3 mahoganies, basically. Yeah. We haven't done a new shape for a very long time. I've been messing around with this for years.
Mate, I have been watching you changing the shape of this thing.
Yeah.
Moving the X, moving the sound hole for quite some time. You've been having some fun with this.
Frustration sometimes.
Yeah.
I couldn't get it right, I have to tell you. I knew we were close, and then I binned it again. And then I got busy and then went back to it. When you make molds for a guitar, it's very expensive. So you can't be like just guessing and then go into making permanent molds. So what you do is you make temporary molds.
Right.
Like a temporary mold is a much lighter fabrication, and it would only last to make 2 or 3 or maybe 4 guitars. When you go into production, you've got to make a permanent mold, which can be made from lots of laminations of wood or indeed aluminium. So some of our molds are aluminium, some are lots of laminations of wood. Whichever you choose, it's a lot of work. So when we develop guitars or shapes especially, we use temporary molds. So I had a temporary mold of this one. We binned that because it just didn't sound right when I made the samples. And then I moved the relationship between the sound hole and the waist. I moved the waist forward.
I remember this.
It just probably, kind of popped that bridge in the right place.
So does the X moved as well, right? Or not?
The X hasn't moved, but because I brought this forward there was maybe it just released more flexibility in the soundboard.
Oh, okay.
So instead of being sort of there, it came here. And also it just looked a little bit bottom heavy, but you never realize. And then I got it right. I felt I got it right. And then I made another sample and it came over. I was playing this, I'm thinking, I've lost it again. And then I realized we'd actually made it not deep enough. So I was racking my brains thinking, why is this gone wrong again? And then I realized that it needed to be deeper.
So
is it typical?
Is it dread?
Nearly.
Deep.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So it's quite deep. But when it's against you, because it's small, it just feels different. It feels different to that. But it feels super comfortable. And also in this shape, because we've got so many different versions of it. Actually, I've also got a cutaway version, but I haven't released that.
Yes.
I don't know if we will release it. We'll have to talk about it.
We have it here.
Do we?
Sitting in that room over there.
Really?
Yeah.
So I did this flat cutaway. Looks amazing. But then I thought, well, Laureate's traditional. So there's never really been a cutaway 0012. Yeah. And I think it may be in a like a custom shop. Yeah. So we'll think about that in the future. But yeah, anyway, it came out really well in the end.
I think it's stunning.
So 16 models of Laureate being launched at the NAMM show, and it's been another labour of love, but man, it's been worth it. Sincerely, so anybody who's bought a Laureate this year, thank you. I mean, you're always nervous a bit when you come out with something new, but it's been fantastic.
I think we did have a good feeling about it when it came out last year. I mean, when they were arriving, I know we got them out and out.
But you never know. Sometimes you really like something, it just doesn't sell.
Yeah, I suppose.
And sometimes you think, wow, look at that, it's really shifting. People like it. But anyway, we're chuffed a bit to these. And,
people are going to be knocked out by these, though.
And the finish is pretty special. So we'll do some shows going forward. I think putting this against other shapes will be a great show, just to show how it's voiced.
Yeah.
Because of its size. And we'll look forward to that.
Nice one, mate.
All right, mate.
Great stuff.
Thanks, everybody.
Cheers.
Next time.
See ya.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, click the like button and consider subscribing to our channel. If you want to watch more videos like this one, click the video on the screen now.